The air itself seems to hold its breath here. Our journey began hours ago on roads that wound through the Ethiopian highlands like threads of ochre dust. We left the familiar world behind, venturing deeper into the Silte Zone, a land of rolling hills and ancient traditions. The final approach to Hare Shaitan is not by a grand highway, but a humble winding track that seems to guard its destination jealously. With every turn, the landscape grows quieter, the sounds of modern life fading into a gentle hum, replaced by the whisper of the wind through acacia trees. It's a journey that prepares you, a slow shedding of the outside world, readying you for an encounter with something profoundly mysterious and old. Anticipation hangs thick in the atmosphere, as tangible as the heat shimmering above the earth. The local people we passed offered nods that were welcoming and wary, their eyes holding stories we could not yet comprehend. They know where this path leads. They have lived their entire lives in the shadow of the lake's reputation, a place spoken of in hushed tones. This is not a destination for the casual tourist. It's a pilgrimage for the curious, a place that demands respect before it even reveals itself. The final ascent is steep, a last test of one's resolve before the land finally opens up to reveal the prize. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated discovery. And then you see it. The world falls away, and a basin of the most extraordinary water appears, cradled by the earth, Hare Shaitan. The name itself, Devil's Lake, sends a slight shiver down the spine, a stark contrast to the serene beauty laid out before us. It's a perfect circle of deep, dark water, seemingly dropped from the heavens into this remote corner of Ethiopia. There's an immediate sense of stillness, a profound silence that seems to emanate from the lake's very depths. It's a silence that feels ancient, as if the water has been holding secrets since the dawn of time, waiting for those who are patient enough to listen. According to the most prevalent legend, the lake was created in a single terrifying night. A powerful devil, a shaitan, roamed this land, causing terror and chaos among the people. In divine retribution, the ground opened and swallowed him whole, the crater instantly filling with water to imprison him for eternity. Locals believe the devil remains trapped in the abyssal depths, his malevolent spirit imbuing the water with a strange, dangerous power. The lake's stillness is not peaceful. It's a sign of immense pressure holding something down. Strange colors, lack of visible life, sudden mists rising from the surface. The legend turns a geological wonder into a place of spiritual significance and caution. For example, never swim in its waters. Not due to known physical danger, but because the devil might pull you under. The lake's perfect circular shape is cited as proof of unnatural creation. Elders say a natural lake would be irregular, shaped by erosion and time. This perfect circle, they insist, is the mark of a cataclysmic event, a seal upon a tomb. The name Devil's Lake is more than a label. It's living history, a caution, and an explanation for the unexplainable. It ensures visitors carry reverence and a healthy fear for what may lie just beneath the surface. While legends speak of devils and divine intervention, the scientific community offers a different, though no less dramatic explanation for Hare Shaitan's existence. Geologically, the lake is classified as a maar, a broad, low-relief volcanic crater caused by a phreatomagmatic eruption. This type of eruption occurs when groundwater comes into contact with hot lava or magma. The intense heat flashes the water into steam, generating a tremendous, violent explosion that blasts a circular crater into the Earth's surface. This scientific account mirrors the legend in one key aspect. The lake was born from a single, cataclysmic event of immense power, albeit driven by geology rather than mythology. Scientific curiosity about the lake is significant, particularly regarding its age and the composition of its water. Dating the volcanic event is challenging, but estimates place its formation in the last few thousand years, relatively recent in geological terms. Early human populations likely witnessed the explosive birth, an event so terrifying and awe-inspiring it gave rise to powerful legends. The unique properties of the water are under study. The lake is remarkably deep for its size. Initial studies suggest it may be meromictic, meaning its layers of water do not mix. The bottom layers are likely anoxic, completely devoid of oxygen. They are also likely rich in dissolved minerals and gases. It also means the bottom sediment is likely perfectly preserved, a treasure trove of climatic and environmental data spanning back to formation. Each layer of sediment could be a page in a history book waiting to be read. The ecosystem around Hare Shaitan is as unique as the lake itself, characterized by adaptation and resilience. While the water is largely devoid of fish and larger aquatic creatures, a fact that fuels local superstitions, the shores and surrounding crater are teeming with life. The plant life is a hardy mix of native Ethiopian flora. Tough grasses cling to the steep slopes. Hardy shrubs cling to the steep slopes. Their roots anchor the soil and prevent erosion. In the rainy season, the landscape explodes with wildflowers, yellow wildflowers, purple wildflowers, white wildflowers. Majestic acacia trees stand as sentinels on the crater rim. Their thorny branches provide shelter for a variety of bird species. Birdwatching at Hare Shaitan is a rewarding experience. The relative quiet and isolation make it a sanctuary for numerous avian species. One can often spot the graceful flight of the African fish eagle soaring high above the crater, its piercing cry echoing in the still air. A somewhat ironic presence at a fishless lake. Bee-eaters flit amongst the branches, weaver birds busy at their nests. A vibrant kingfisher darts at the lake's edge. The water itself, though inhospitable to fish, attracts various waterfowl that rest on its placid surface. The wildlife is not limited to the sky. The scrubland around the crater is home to a variety of small mammals. The agile klipspringer can sometimes be seen leaping along the crater's edge. Families of rock hyraxes sun themselves on the warm volcanic rocks. Their sharp calls break the silence. While larger predators are rare here, the tracks of hyenas are occasionally found on the paths leading to the lake. Reminders that the wilderness here is still very much alive and follows its own ancient rhythms after the sun goes down. The interaction between the flora, fauna, and the lake creates a delicate and fascinating ecological balance. It is a testament to the tenacity of nature, which finds a way to thrive even on the shores of the Devil's Lake, creating a vibrant world on the edge of the abyss. Spending a full day at Hare Shaitan allows one to witness the subtle shifts in its character as the sun journeys across the sky. The morning begins in a cool, ethereal mist. As the first rays of sunlight pierce through, they set the water's surface alight, transforming it from a dark, brooding mirror into a sparkling sheet of sapphire, into a sparkling sheet of emerald. Our understanding of the lake was deepened immeasurably by our local guide, an elder named Abibi, whose family has lived in the shadow of the crater for generations. He spoke not as a performer, but as a custodian of his heritage. "This is not just water," he said, pointing a weathered hand toward the lake. "It is a grandfather. It has watched over our people since the beginning. We do not own it. We are merely its neighbors. We must be good neighbors." He led us to the eastern rim, the place of listening. He asked us to sit in silence for several minutes. "Do not look for anything," he advised. "Just listen to the silence." The silence was not empty. It was full of stories. Following his guidance, the moment shifted. Local herders might lead their livestock along the higher ridges, their distant calls, the gentle clanging of bells add a human element. As dusk settles, Hare Shaitan reveals its most mysterious face. Colors fade to shades of gray, deep indigo. The lake becomes a dark, inscrutable void. The wind often dies down completely. Water returns to perfect glassy stillness, reflecting the first stars. Sitting by the shore in the fading light, it's easy to see why this place inspired legends. The mystery rises from the dark water like morning mist, wrapping the world in wonder and awe. The Devil's Lake may never give up all its secrets, and perhaps, for the sake of wonder, it never should.